All right, Shalom. First off, I want to say all praises to Yahweh, Bahashem Yahushai, Bahashem Machak Kudash. Double honors to our apostles, the elders of GMS, and to the elect doing the work in sincerity and the truth. Shalom. GMS precepts. Ba. My other site was flagged, so I can't post anything. So this is my backup channel. But this is nothing. This is Nazar Khad. As you can see in the title, this is from cncnews.com, and it reads, "Federal debt tops 27 trillion for the first time." Okay, so the debt is continually climbing. The economy is circling a drain. It's in shambles. You see experts that say that we're close to a stock market crash. It's still got the virus surging. The president allegedly has COVID now. Vaccines is around the corner. We know what comes with the vaccine. So 2020, the end of 2020 is shaping up to be a very, very bad year. A very bad end of 2020, right? So, the debt is 27 trillion. Now I have a graph here in this article that goes into how quickly the debt increased in 2020 alone, but it goes all the way back to 96. Let me see if I can get that graph. Let me see if I can get that graph of how bad it is. Okay, so from February 23rd, 96, it was $5.5 trillion. And this chart here, it shows how quickly time elapsed until it increased 1 trillion. So the next time, it took 72 months for it to increase $1 trillion, which was February 26, 2002. And the next $1 trillion, it took 22 months when it reached $7 trillion on January 15th, 04. Then it took 21 months to reach another trillion in October 18th, 2005, and so on and so forth. But if you go down to the bottom of the graph, you see, well, first off, if you go all the way to the right and you see time elapsed, you see it takes months. But each trillion it reaches, the months get lower and lower, which means the debt is increasing at a faster rate. It's increasing faster and faster. Right now, if you go down all the way to the bottom, to April 4th, when it's at 24 trillion this year, you see it increased 4 times. It increased $1 trillion 4 times. All right, that's never been done on this chart. The only time it increased more than 1 trillion in 1 year is in March 2009, when it reached 11 trillion and then 12 trillion. Okay. In the same fiscal year, I might add, right? Because it's still less than 12 months. But here, 2020, it's mere days. Okay, it's not even 3 months that it accumulated and went from 24 trillion to 27. Look at April 7th, 2020. It says 24 trillion. It took 5 months. Then May 5th, 2020, it took 28 days for it to increase from 24 trillion to 28 trillion. June 9th, 2020, it took 35 days to go from 25 to 26 trillion. And then it took 114 days for it to increase from 26 trillion to where we are now, $27 trillion. So this is definitely, matter of fact, let me get that in Habakkuk. Okay. Habakkuk, 2nd chapter, I believe it's like the fifth verse. Okay? Excuse me, I just saw this breaking news come in about this bullshit about President Trump. Um, Here it is, verse 6. Yeah. So this is Habakkuk 2 and 6. Shall not all these take a parable against him, and a taunting proverb against him, and say, Woe to him that increaseth that which is not his, how long? And to him that ladeth himself with thick clay. Now we know that word thick clay in Habakkuk 2 and 6 is a batyat, which means debt, heavy debt. Okay? So if you go to going back to this article here, we're already at 27 trillion. That's what that debt is speaking about. And that scripture in Habakkuk is speaking about America. How it's lading itself with what? That thick clay or heavy debts. Okay? So that's pretty much it. I'll leave this article in the description. Lord willing, you brothers are edified. Until the next show, shalom.